Well, unlike the season which they will have all enjoyed on the track, where so many times they have pacemakers, this is what always makes road miles so interesting, because you really cannot predict what's going to happen. And I was chatting to Lagat Paula at the hotel this morning, and rumours that he's run his last track race, only going to be the roads from now on. And I said, come on, mate, you can come to London next year for the Worlds. And he laughed and walked away. So we might not have seen the end of him on the track yet.
No, I think he's hedging his bets, and why shouldn't he? I think he's earned the right to be able to compete at the highest level for as long as he feels that he's capable of. And I think what he's doing now is just not committing to next year. He's going to see how he comes through this winter and how his body holds together and how he feels next year. But always a competitor to be watched. And I think he's relishing the chance to try different things. I don't think he's run too many road miles in his time, but he's straight to the front there, and the others quite happy to settle in behind and let the older guy out there dictate to them what to do.
Well, he used to have a fearsome kick, and no surprise that he thinks, well, at my age, I can't quite kick in the way I used to. So he's not going to hang around with the likes of Charlie, even Michael Rimmer, of course, 800-metre specialist, Ryan Gregson, who can finish quickly as well. So Gregson in second place behind Lagat as they go through the first 400. It's not that quick, to be honest. He's leading, but not very fast, Paula.
I mean, what was that, about 65 seconds, I think, there through that first 400. I mean, times don't really matter so much. It's a different mentality racing on the roads, and it is about just committing and running over the distance rather than trying to gauge it by split times and by lap times along the way. Big danger guy in there on the inside is Marcin Lewandowski, of course. If it goes really slow, they are handing the race to the likes of him and Michael Rimmer, who will finish much faster than the other guys.
Well, a few of the luxury yachts, might be one of Brendan's there, I think. Just parked on the quayside, getting a great view of this men's mile race. We had all the junior runs here this morning. So many people have stayed down to watch. So they come off the quayside now, just a little lap round. They're going under the Tyne Bridge at this point, and then they make a little left-hander for them and onto the swing bridge. And this is where they'll start to think about getting into position, because once they cross the river onto the Gateshead side, they'll drop down a little bit, and then the big sprint will start. So it's still Lagat leading. Everybody's still there, as you'd expect. Jake Wightman in the group there. Tom Lancashire there. Charlie Grice in the GB shirt on the near side. Lewandowski's, Paula said, in the sunglasses. Gregson looking dangerous. And, well, everybody's still there. Adam Clarke, who's done so much training with Mo Farah, helped Mo and the guys so much in preparation for Rio. He's enjoying this.
Yeah, and it'd be good to see Adam get a personal best out there today and run a fast time. I think he spent a lot of his summer almost sacrificed helping the guys, the likes of Charlie Grice and certainly Mo Farah, with their training sessions. So to see him in there mixing it with them is great. I think it was a little bit unfair with the split times. It was 63 for the first 400 and then 61 for the second 400.
Up this little hill here, off the swing bridge, then they drop down. They'll kick in a little bit here as they go with the incline. Tom Lancashire just pushing on here, and they spread across the road. Lewandowski looking very comfortable. Gregson still there, Jake Wightman there. Rimmer a little further back with Andrew Butchart struggling for perhaps a bit of speed at the moment, and Lagat drops back through the field. So they've got about less than 400 meters to run now. It's about judging your effort. They'll be able to see sight of the finishing track, which is about 150 meters long, and that will give them a little bit of a sighter, if you like, know how far to go. A bit of a gap appearing there for those top six. A little bit of a push and a shove, a few elbows coming out. Charlie Grice looking for a bit of room as the kick is really on. Lewandowski watches Jake Wightman move now. Gregson's still there. Tom Lancashire's still there. Lagat, Butchart and Rimmer done for speed, and onto the track they come. And they're really all got chances here. But it's Jake Wightman kicking away. Lewandowski still coming, and Ryan Gregson of Australia with Jake Wightman. Wightman trying to hang on. Watch for Lewandowski on the far side, but Wightman's looking strong. Jake Wightman is going to take the win. Lewandowski's second for the second year in a row. Gregson third, Tom Lancashire 4, Adam Clarke 5. The winning time 4:05.7. Some small consolation for Jake Wightman. He didn't get the chance to go to Rio. He missed the qualification time, and that was a massive disappointment for him. He had so many attempts, didn't he, Paul, early in the season to try and do that, but a nice win for him here today.
Yeah, and a good way for him to round off that season, which has been a frustrating season. I mean, just barely missing out on that qualifying time for Rio, and then went to New York, incidentally, and finished only 16th in the road mile there last week. So to turn it around and come back and finish running so well and finishing so strongly here, taking the scalps of Lewandowski there, Gregson and Lagat further back, will send him into the winter training feeling good and looking forward to making that team next year for London 2017.
Well, he's got a good kick, Jake, and well, he might have, as I said, all of the effort he put into making that Olympic team. It's often difficult then when you don't make it to keep your season going, but he's done well, and that will give him a little bit of pleasure and confidence as he heads into his end of season break.